face of it, it's just another peace march. But it can't be just another story. The reporter must find an approach that makes it come alive and have meaning for the reader. An approach that gets at both sides of the question. In this case, there was an obvious way to do it.
There were essentially two stories. I followed both of them. First, to ask the people who were there why they were there, in their own words. And then talk to the people along the parade route and ask them what they thought of this demonstration, of this spectacle, and weave those two together. It was a delightful contrast.
I think it's disgusting. I think the way they're going about this protest business is all wrong. Going down there shouting obscene language down the street. What kind of a protest is that? It's nothing.
You think they have the right to protest? Or?
Yeah, everybody's got a right to protest if they're if they know what they're talking about and know what is right and wrong, what is wrong.
So you don't think they know what they're doing?
I don't think any of them know what they're doing. They want to protest just to be protesting, that's all. Anything that comes up they want to protest about.
A Detroit news photographer. On many assignments, pictures are as important as words.
It sounds like a silly question, but why are you here?
Well, I'm here because I feel strongly that the war must end, and end now.
We're building a gas chamber for you.
Difference of opinion always makes for a good story, but a reporter must document it, not aggravate it. The risk is he may aggravate it without meaning to, just because he's there.
You put that communist flag down, traitor. No! Peace!
Taking no chances, he leaves the parade early to phone in his story.
Yeah, we're all set. Anti-war protesters staged their version of a Memorial Day parade. Yeah.
One thing no one foresaw was the rebellion of a number of young people today against the establishment. An establishment represented by their elders, as well as institutions like the news.
Anyone who is working for the Detroit News is very much inside the establishment, and they're trying to write and relate to people who are really entirely outside of the establishment, and they can't do that.
To reach across the gap, the news has been angling many of its stories directly at Detroit's youth. The editor of the feature department makes a special point of it.
A newspaper of the future is in its youth and in its youthful readers. And if we don't get the young reader to have respect for us and read us, then we stand a chance of not getting them when he is more along in years.
Another unforeseen event was the rise in street crime in the inner city. Unfortunately, the black community reacted to a news campaign to cut down on the crime as criticism of blacks. It led to a short-lived boycott of the paper. Today, black opinion has improved, but news columnist June Brown sometimes gets an earful when she goes after an interview for a story.
Gertie, I'm writing this column for the Detroit News, so I want to know what my friends are thinking about the Detroit News. Do you take the...
Me personally, or just my friends?
I want to know what you personally think. Do you take the Daily News?
No, I don't take it anymore. I just take it now on Sunday. Remember this crime back here? They had this big article in the paper about they would have about 20 black and 2 white.
You mean that crime in the street?
Yeah, the crime in the street.
Yeah.
And nobody done no crime but the black people.
According to
the news.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that. So I feel like that was phony. Well, that was my personal opinion about it. And then my customers too. They call me up and tell me, "You taking the news? Well, stop. Read the paper."
So you stop.
And I would stop, and I would tell everybody else the same thing,
What do you think? What could the news do to make you buy it again?
Tell it like it is.